He twisted the steering wheel to avoid the oncoming vehicle. Siren blazing, he wove the ambulance in and out of traffic, intent on the fleeing motorcycle. As he read, Chang Li noticed that a glazed look had crossed his listener's face. He flipped forward a few pages on his film script. And then they both reached the hall where the atomic clock... The producer waved his hand at a passing drink steward. And the gang is interested in this clock. Why? Key lime whiskey sour. He said to the steward. Chang sighed. The next morning, Chang stared out at the Caribbean in frustration. It had all seemed so simple. Now that he had the money, he wanted a career. In Hollywood! And what a story he had to tell them! An easy sale, right? But it hadn't worked out that way. He couldn't get in to see anybody. Then he had hit upon this surefire plan. Follow the famous producer onto a cruise where he'd have plenty of time to pitch his movie script. Even that didn't seem to be working. Now maybe if he had mentioned another part of his script. He checked the sun deck, the patio pool, and last spotted the man starting down the stairs by the main dining area. Following, he kept far back enough not to be noticed, and then waited for the right moment. And finally, it came. All the corridors look alike, the producers complained to his wife. All those carved lion heads. Oh, hi! Chang Li stopped behind them. You lost? Me too. You know, this is just like the script I was telling you about last night. It's the rival gang leader's headquarters. It's all these hard heads atop these columns, see? And come along, dear, the producer told his wife. Oh, but he's such a nice boy. She looked at Chang, who grinned at her. Come along! And with that, they turned and left. Still kicking himself, Lee wandered outside to the higher decks, taking in the extraordinary view, for an inner-city kid, of the endless ocean. A sudden shift in the boat's keel told him that they were going through some choppy waters. A strange gurgling in his gut alerted him that his digestive tract was not quite used to the sea. He covered his mouth and looked about wildly. He was 6 decks above his cabin, he thought. No time! No time! As he thought to control his rebellious stomach, he realized he would have to get seasick over the rail. So he ran to try to make it. He reached the railing at the very back of the ship just as the bile broke. And with a mighty he emptied the contents of his last 2 buffets, at least, out of his stomach. As relief washed over him. Oh, Jesus, thank God. He opened his eyes and realized that the deck below his stuck out further. Oh, shit! Worse! There had been a couple almost directly below him. Wait, Chang thought. That bald spot. It couldn't be! They looked up to see who had deposited on their shoes. It was. Chang Li could not believe his luck, or lack thereof. There was no point in trying to run, they had seen him. Oh, hi! Oh, hey. Did I mention that there's a spot in my script where the villain kills people by spitting on them? He smiled weakly. The producer and his wife turned away and carefully walked around the mess as they went for some fresh shoes. The next day, Chang followed them ashore to the Mexican seaside town of Playa del Carmen. He caught up just as they boarded a tour bus. He tried to follow, but the guide stopped him, asking, "Where is your ticket?" "I haven't bought it yet. How much is it?" Chang asked. "Sorry, the bus is full. You have to make a reservation." Chang looked around desperately for a taxi, but there was none. Then a local pulled up in a VW Beetle and whispered to him, "Ganja, senor. Ganja!" "No," Chang replied, "but I'll pay you to follow that bus." They haggled quickly and then sped off. Haggled. They tried to negotiate a price. Yeah. Soon they were near the Mayan ruins of Tulum. There were tourists everywhere. Chang spied the producer leaving on a tram. Shit! We ran to the tour guide and asked, "When's the next one?" "Where's your ticket?" the Mexican said in perfect English. "I don't have one. How much?" "Actually, you have to make a reservation." Chang fumed and then ran over to an old man with a bicycle and haggled on a rental fee. Out of breath, he soon caught up with the tram, but the producer was passing through a gate into the ruins. Oh, not again, he thought. "How much?" he yelled at the guy. Sorry, mister, you'll have to make... Chang dashed off into the bushes. He scrambled up a craggy stone wall only to find himself on the roof of a Mayan temple. Oh my God, it's beautiful. He took a step and felt it give way beneath him. He yelled, ah, and landed in a heap of rubble. Thunk. When he came to, the producer was leaning over him. Are you all right, boy? He asked with concern. Oh, Mr. Siegel, he slurred. Time Lords, saving the universe, blue flying box. The producer pulled him upright. I've seen writers do a lot of crazy stuff to get my attention, but this has to be the craziest, he admonished. No, it's the story of my life, Chang said, still dazed. I want to make it into a movie. Siegel stepped back. Wait a minute, that sounds like a really good film. You mean you'll do it? Siegel pulled Chang up to his feet. Get the script together. So long as I don't see you again for the rest of the cruise, Siegel said, you can box it up, I'll take it.